Good afternoon. My name is Laura and I work at Banks Novi in Michigan. And I'm the baby lock educator and salesperson within our store. I just want to cover today a little bit of stabilizer information because there was somebody I was talking to the other day about what I had done, a friend of mine that lives in North Carolina. And he was like, wait a minute, explain that again. And he is a dealer. So we got into a big stabilizer discussion. And one of the things that a lot of people don't realize is there's two different kinds of tear away. You have a clean tear away, which just has a very good clean tear when you're done embroidering, you tear it away from your design. But there's also another tear away, which actually happens to be more my favorite. And that is called rinse away, tear away. What rinse away, tear away is, it's a stabilizer that is half water soluble and half tear away. So depending what I'm embroidering, if I can't hoop it, I know this is going to stay attached to my embroidery design through the entire embroidery design process without any problem at all. And then when I wash it, as long as I have some good decent agitation in my washing machine, 50% of this is going to go away, but I will have some fuzzes on the back. Okay, because you want a little bit of stabilizer to stay behind a design to support it. So I just tore that here. I know it's kind of hard to see, but if you take a look, this particular tear away, when it tears, it fuzzes. And that's because it's half water soluble, half tear away. Okay, so what I'm showing is I'm going to go ahead and show how I did a tea towel. Okay, so in my 5x7 hoop, I have hooped my tear away, wash away stabilizer. I've gone ahead and I've marked it with my hoop pieces so I know right where the center is. Okay, sorry if it's not coming through on the camera. That's what happens when things are white. So now what I've got is I have a towel. All right, this is a towel, I have to be honest and say I just got it out of my drawer this morning because I couldn't find my blanks that I always stash around. And I have taken some water-soluble stabilizer. I put it in my scraps in water. And I know this isn't a feely camera, but if you take a look at how this is folding, it makes the towel really stiff, almost like paper. And then I just simply hung it outside to dry. I'm going to now fold it in half. And I'm going to fold it in half where I want, the design that I'm going to use is 6 3/4 inches tall. So I'm folding it approximate 3.5 inches up. And I've folded it like that. That allows me to use those markings on this hoop and I am simply going to lay my towel in that first quarter. I'm going to open it. I'm going to open it again, and I'm following those marking lines that I did. Okay, so give me a second. And now what I'm doing is I'm just slipping some pins in to hold my towel to my stabilizer. Yes, there is a basting line that the Solaris Vision has and most baby locks have, but that doesn't do me any good if I don't have anything hooped with it at all. And the nice thing about the water-soluble tear away is if you take a look in the back, I've pinned it, but it hasn't torn the stabilizer, guys. Okay? And a lot of tearaways, when you go to pin it to the tearaways, it tears it just like a piece of paper. All right? That's why I go to this one. It lets me slide this hoop in. This is not the new top of the line Radiance that Baby Lock came out with. This is one of our Solaris Visions, one of two that we have left in our store. which we have on clearance. The idea of a brand new top of the line machine means you can save money on the other top of the line machine. I'm going to go ahead and hit OK. I want to go to embroidery. Evidently, I need to size this one down a little bit. And isn't it wonderful to have sizing capability right built into the machine? Once I go to embroidery, I always like to hit trial, and I'm going to find where that bottom section is. Because of that stripe, I want to go ahead and move the design down a little bit. Okay, so it's going to stop just before that stripe. So simply by hitting layout, move, I can bring it down to just above that stripe. And I don't know about you guys, but in my life currently, I have tons of people that love chickens. Okay, so this is an Urban Threads design that I'm using. Just thought it was funny. I thought it kind of reminds me more of a country look, so I'm not doing a black one on a white towel, which is how they showed it. And I'm going to embroider my chicken. Now, the other thing that I want to bring this up to and why I'm doing this today is I also embroidered on a jacket, okay? When I embroidered this jacket, because this jacket is made out of pleather, all right, every time the needle penetrates the pleather, it puts a hole in it. So how did I stabilize for this jacket? Well, the first thing I did, because it's a lined jacket, is I went ahead and opened the lining, okay, and got it out of my way. I then went ahead and used a fusible mesh on the jacket. I hooped 2 pieces of my rinse away tear away. Okay, the reason I hooped 2 is because this is a 49,000 stitch design. And once it was done, I tore off the extra that I could. And then I went home and I wet washcloth and I just kind of scrubbed the design from the back to get rid of even more. Okay, so because again, it's that wash away, tear away, I know the jacket's going to stay attached to the stabilizer while it's in the hoop. I didn't want to baste or do anything like that. Again, it's an Urban Threads design. So if you're interested in trying a different type of tear away, realize we have this here at Banks. You're going to have your phone number at the end of our video. And please save those scraps of your wet and gone and use it to stiffen all of your fabrics and get that second use out of your stabilizer. Also in stock here. If you have any questions, go ahead and email us. I will be sure to answer them. You have a great day.